Hi and welcome to my channel. This is Ashley Hale with Level Up English, and today we are going to do a lesson on punctuation. Now, what is punctuation? Punctuation marks are used in writing to separate sentences and their elements in order to be more clear with the meanings of our sentences. Let me show you an example. We have the sentence, "Let's eat, Grandma." Now, without any punctuation, this sentence means you want to eat Grandma. Are you going to cook Grandma and eat her up for dinner? I don't think so. But if we insert a comma in the correct place, the sentence becomes, "Let's eat, Grandma." This sentence now means that you are going to eat with Grandma. See how that sentence dramatically changed by just adding the correct punctuation? Let's look at another similar example. We have the sentence, "I find inspiration from cooking my family and my dog." Without the correct punctuation, this sentence means that you are inspired by cooking your family and your dog. Do you think you would be inspired by cooking your family and your dog? Would you cook your family and your dog and then eat them for dinner? I don't think so. But if we insert commas where they should be, the sentence now changes and becomes, "I find inspiration in cooking, my family, and my dog," meaning that I feel inspired when I cook, when I am with my family, and when I am with my dog. Now you can see how important it is to use the correct punctuation in a sentence and how punctuation can change the meaning of a sentence completely. This lesson is suitable for students of all levels and is highly recommended if you are planning to do an English exam in the future, like IELTS or TOEFL. Before we begin, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and follow me on Facebook and Instagram for more English learning content. Without further ado, let's get started. We will begin by looking at the most popular punctuation mark that you will find in the English language, and this is the full stop. There are two common uses of a full stop. One, to indicate the end of a sentence, and two, to follow an abbreviation. Example, "It is raining." This is a short and simple statement, and you can see my full stop shows that it is a full sentence. Our next punctuation mark is extremely important, as you saw from my sentences earlier in this lesson, and this is a comma. A comma has two main functions. The first function is to separate ideas in a list, and number two is to show a break in a sentence. To separate ideas in a list, we can use the example mentioned earlier. I find inspiration in cooking, my family, and my dog. And to show a break in a sentence, we can use the example, as the day came to an end, I was happy to go to bed early. In this sentence, we use the comma to separate the introductory phrase at the beginning of the sentence, and that phrase is, as the day came to an end. Our third one for the lesson is the question mark. It is simple enough. The question mark goes at the end of a question. So, if you are asking a question, instead of using a full stop at the end of the sentence, you would use a question mark. Example, "How are you?" or "What is your name?" Simple enough, right? Our fourth punctuation mark for this lesson is the exclamation mark. The exclamation mark is used to show emphasis. It can show feelings in a sentence like anger, happiness, sadness, excitement, and so on. Let me show you how exclamation marks can change the tone of a sentence. If I said, "I'm having a great day," it is just a simple statement and it comes across a bit flat. But if I said, "I'm having a great day," You can hear my happiness and excitement in that statement. That's how exclamation marks work. They show the feeling of a sentence and emphasize whatever it is you are saying. Our next punctuation mark is the colon. The colon is used to introduce a list, an explanation, or even a quote. In a simple example, we can say, I have two choices, to go to work or call in sick. Or we can do a list. Example, I need to buy the following things from the supermarket: bread, milk, cake, and fruit. See how I separated the list by using commas? Our sixth one for today is the semicolon. It looks like a colon, but instead of using a full stop at the bottom, it has a comma. The semicolon is used to link elements of a sentence together. This means that it can be used to separate two clauses that are still closely related to each other, and it will bring those two clauses together. Let me show you with an example. We have two separate sentences. These sentences are, I drank tea and Jack drank coffee. Now, if I wanted to remove the conjunction and, I could link these two sentences together by inserting a semicolon. So the sentence looks like this. I drank tea, Jack drank coffee. Our next punctuation mark is the apostrophe. Now, I've spoken about the use of the apostrophe a lot in my previous lessons, but of course, I will speak about it one more time because using the apostrophe correctly in a sentence is crucial. The apostrophe has two important functions. Number one, it is used for contractions. These are where words like do not become don't, or cannot becomes can't, will not becomes won't, and so on. The second function of the apostrophe is to show possession. Example, I love Jack's new car. The apostrophe in Jack's shows possession. Jack's new car. It means a new car belonging to Jack. Our eighth punctuation mark for this lesson is the hyphen. The most common function of the hyphen is to create compound words like good looking or well educated. It is used to join two nouns together to create a verb. It can also be used to link prefixes to words like cooperation. Our ninth one is the dash. Now be careful with the dash because we have two types of dashes. We have the N dash and the M dash. The N dash is slightly shorter than the M dash, and the dash is usually used to show a connection between two things as well as numbers, years, and so on. Next, we will look at quotation marks. Quotation marks show direct quotes. Let me show you an example. For a direct quote, you can say, punctuation is important, said Ashley, because this is exactly what I said at the beginning of the lesson. It is exactly what I said and is therefore a direct quote. They can also be used to show words or phrases that are being used ironically, and for the titles of things like the title of a book, a movie, a TV series, and so on. Let's jump to brackets. These are simply used to add extra information, but a sentence can manage without the information that is added. Example, I am going to eat my favorite food, pizza and pasta, for dinner tonight. Without the information in the brackets, the sentence becomes, I am going to eat my favorite food for dinner tonight. So you can see that the information in the brackets doesn't really change the sentence. It only adds extra information. Next, we have the slash, which is something you might see less of in an academic text. The slash is basically used to suggest alternatives. Example, I will meet my boss for the first time tomorrow. I can't wait to meet him or her, because I don't know if it's a man or a woman. Slashes can also be used for fractions or dates. Example, 1/2, which is half, or the 25th of the 12th, 2020, which is the date 25th of December 2020. It can also be used to express per. Example, I paid $5 per month for my electricity bill. And our final punctuation mark for this lesson is the ellipsis, my favorite one. I use this one a lot, especially in my text messages. It's used to create an intriguing and mysterious atmosphere in a text. Example, I wonder what my next lesson will be about. See, we have a bit of mystery. Ellipses are also used to show parts of a sentence that are left out. We often see this when we watch TV series and they have that famous line, "To be continued." And that's it, everyone. In our lesson today, we looked at the different types of punctuation that can be used to make your sentences well structured and clear. Remember, we don't want to eat grandma, but rather we want to eat with grandma. If you enjoyed this lesson, then please hit the like button and share your feedback in the comments below. I always love to hear back from my students. If you haven't yet subscribed, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay up to date with all my lessons by turning on your notifications. You are welcome to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Telegram for more English learning content. And all those links can be found in the description of this video. Thank you for your time, and this is Ashley Hale with Level Up English signing out. I'll see you next time.